What's up, folks, and welcome back to another episode of our action RPG devlog. Exactly 4 days ago, our music artist Kuba started his new making of series. In this series, he shows how he's making the music for our game. He also has other very cool songs on his channel as well as remixes. So I would highly recommend checking out his YouTube channel, and I also would really appreciate leaving a like and a nice comment down below under one of his videos. Yeah, so I would say let's jump back to this channel and start talking about what has been achieved in the last week on our game Crossover. Spoiler, I can tell you, it was a lot. So me and Paul worked on the graphics and the AI system and Moritz on the save system. So right now, after I had teased you, I would say let's jump in on the first thing we had done, the graphics. So I had the idea in mind that I wanted to finish a part of the first level visual wise. So I started looking at what we needed, and then I found out that we are running really short on plant assets. So the first plant I started to create for this game was this weed. I painted it in Photoshop and then used the Unity terrain system to implement it. After this, I created a field and I figured out that we really needed a dirt texture. Maybe you are wondering why. It's because we does not allow grass to grow with him, so it only makes sense to paint there some dirt textures. And how you can see, I'm really proud about the result we got here. Now, after I got all the assets, I started creating these two fields right here. Here we got a small path on the second field, here there, with a yellow tree on the end. Maybe we'll place a secret here. While I was creating the wheat fields, I recognized that the river slash lake area was really boring. I don't know what this really is, if this is a river or a lake, so let's call it a pond. So I started using the same method of how I created wheat, so I implemented some reed. Then I started to design the pond with the existing assets we got there. I used the stones to create two ledges, the sand texture to create a bank, as well as the new reeds to create the necessary pond filler. Last but not least, I also created a small bridge on which we are currently standing. Now, I want your opinion on this lake slash river slash pond of how it has changed right now in the comments down below. You probably already had recognized that we got some new flowers on our game. Paul had the idea of letting the level be really colorful in mind, so I think one of the best way to achieve this is by having a lot of flowers. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And so we got our first three flowers. They are all from the same type of flowers, but with different colors. Yeah, big brain time. However, this will not be the last one to be implemented into our game. I also updated every tree in our to our new particle system. So right now every tree is losing some leaves. You can see right here. All in all, I would say that we got one step closer to building a great looking game with great immersive capabilities. You were able to see new level screenshots or updates even earlier if you follow our Twitter or Instagram accounts. We're posting on a daily basis new stuff on it, so I would highly recommend to check this out. Now, I would say let's jump to the second major update, the save system. It is really hard to show you guys what the save system is looking like, except of how you can use it. Thankfully, Moritz modeled this kind of Stonehenge thing. So here, you go there and then press E, and after this, your stats and the weapons will be saved. But right now, we don't know how we want to use this system in the game. I mean, by this that we don't know where to place the save objects. But I can tell you that this really took more a lot of time to code, but I cannot show you this really right. So here's some code so you can imagine that it was really hard. Now let's get to the last part of this episode. The boss fight. We finally achieved it. Paul and I implemented this boss. I know he probably need even more work, but all in all, this will be the final boss for the temple level. So let's talk about the boss. This is the final enemy you face after you had cleared the temple level. He is a level 5-star boss. That means you should probably had already collected 5 stars, because else it will be really challenging to kill him. In the future, the boss will have 3 different fighting patterns, but for now he only got 2. The first one is a normal attack with a spin at the end. And the other attack pattern is a simple spawn attack. That means that he will spawn some enemies to help him out. Now I would say enjoy how I'm trying to kill this boss. Yeah, that was all about for today's episode. If you have any idea of what you really want to share with us, just leave a comment down below. I also would highly recommend checking out Kuba's YouTube channel.